Okay, hello there, Tracy Noriega, paying it forward to you, and here again on our retreat, our little virtual retreat, and giving you permission to choose you. I have the lovely Kelly Canull with me. Hello, Kelly.
Hello, good to be here.
Yes, it's so nice to have you here. Kelly is, well, she is a, wonderful human being and light being and a soul life coach. And I had the pleasure of actually meeting her without meeting her in a podcast that Guy and Elon from the Satori Prime that you guys watch had. And it was just so moving. At that time, it was an interview. She was helping their private coaching people with channeling their children's souls. And it was something that just left me breathless. And that's how I found her, because I was having so many difficulties with our nephew. And I reached out to her, and that's where our relationship started. And it was beautiful. And I have continued to stay in her community because of just all the gifts that she gives. And she's here to teach us about what she has, in fact, taught me about the permission to choose you and to listen to your heart and soul and many other things. But I will let her take on from here, because I'm sure she has the message that's being channeled in for you all to hear and feel. Thank you.
Yay, thank you for that lovely introduction. Okay, I want to make this time together with us be very simple and very experiential, because I find that when we can have a direct embodied experience of something, then we walk away super fulfilled. I had this thought today about, if you wanted to go to the grocery and you knew what you wanted and you walked in and the aisles were bare and you walked away not getting what you wanted, or you went shopping and you knew what you wanted and all of a sudden, you get there and again, you find you don't like what you wear, and either way you get home and you're just discouraged, you're disappointed. And I know you all can relate to that, but I want to reverse engineer this for a second and realize that when you set off to the grocery or you set off to the shopping mall, you actually were choosing you. And the discouragement at the end of the day, a lot of us brush off like, oh, I didn't, go to the right grocery, or, oh, the pandemic has the aisles, bare, or the store doesn't have my size because I gained 20 pounds in the pandemic. Like, okay. And it is fun and it is funny. But what I want us to do today is realize that there's actually, in this little analogy I'm giving you, a belief that one holds that is very deeply rooted inside the mind. And it may sound something like, I never get what I want. I'm never happy. I'm going to put myself out there, but I'm not going to actually be fulfilled. So you do these minor things like go to the grocery, go to the shopping mall, and you don't get what you want. And you come back home and you have a million justifications and excuses for it. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're just going to jump into an experience that I call an inward journey, because you actually have an opportunity in this moment with me to allow yourself this meditative, energetic space to drop in with me to access some root subconscious beliefs that are holding you back from truly embodying what choosing you will actually look like. So if we just said, okay, let me have a new movie, then you would go to the grocery store and they would have exactly what you wanted or something better. You would go to the shopping mall and you would find your size and you would pick out exactly what you wanted. If you wanted those yoga pants, you would pick them out. If you wanted them with crazy print, you would pick it out. It's that. So I want this to be really simple with us together, but I want us to realize that when you set an intention consciously, you're saying like, here's what I want. And then the subconscious has a million thoughts that are rolling around like this. And what we're going to do today is we're going to ping the subconscious thought that aligns with the thought of, I am choosing me. I am going to learn what choosing me looks like. I'm going to care about what it feels like to choose me. because I know what's going on in the real mental mind of yours. And it's like, I really love the summit. I really was pulled to it. I really want to choose me. But, ugh, okay, I'm going to give myself permission to do that. But my mind is locked in this idea that I need to show it some examples. And then if we don't give it some examples, or we don't heal the belief that we're going to do right now together, then you go to the grocery, you don't get what you want, etc. Okay. So it ends up being that you could say you want to choose you, but your results will be completely the opposite. And then I like to be real about this stuff, because the thing is, when we get what we say we don't want, a lot of times we actually can feel a comfort in that. Kind of glad I didn't find those clothes. Well, I didn't really have enough money anyways. Kind of glad I went to that boutique grocery and they didn't have what I wanted, because, I better go to this other place. And so if I'm using this example even on a monetary level, but it's also symbolic of the value you are going to care about. So one example is that you could be walking around right now with that rolling around subconscious mind, and then the like, what do you want to do today? And your subconscious, and it's like, well, I'm going to low my vibration down, and I'm going to just kind of react to life. I'm just going to react. Like, I'm just not even going to think about it. I'm going to go to the grocery, and then I'm going to come back home, and it's going to be same old kind of thing. So what we're going to do with this inward journey is we're going to switch. We're going to flip the switch to becoming consciously proactive. This is so extremely simple, you guys and gals, that the mind goes, this can't really work. So what we're going to do is we're going to prove yourself otherwise. Okay. So what I'd like for you to do is just listen for a second about what I'm going to have us do in this inward journey. It's just going to be like 6 minutes, 7 minutes long. Okay. You can do it longer in your own time. And this is what I also find to be very important, that I leave you with today: an actual tool that you can use over and over and over again. But we're going to specifically look at it being in the choosing myself area and arena. Okay, so I'm going to teach you this in 3 ways. The first is I'm just going to ramble about it for a second. Then I'm going to slow down and break it down. Then we're going to have our own experience. So the ramble is, I want you to slow into the consciousness on your life path right now. You're watching this, you're here, you're present, and I want you to just say, I'm choosing me, and I'm going to go on this inward journey to allow myself to root in and find that part of me that doesn't want to choose me. Okay, so that's what we're doing in the big picture. We're going to just set our intention. Okay, Kelly says this is what we're going to do. I'm going to set my intention. All right. And then again, the mind likes things to be super complex. No, simple, simple, simple. The power of intention is super incredible. But again, you're going to prove this to yourself. So you don't have to take my word for it. So the bigger picture is, I'm going to have you stand in front of this door. And then I'm going to have you open the door in your inner imagery. And then you're going to leap through the door. And you're going to fly like the beautiful being that you are. You can imagine anything. You're on an airplane. You can imagine you have wings and fly. And then you're going to land. And you're going to land on this other energy portal, like another Earth you could think of for a second, just using your imagination. Now, the intention is going to be, I'm going to go to this other area. And you can think of it being, I'm going out of my head and into my heart. I'm going out of my head and into my heart. I'm going to have an inward journey into my heart, into this inner planet that knows so much more than my mind. And that is going to show me from a new perspective what core belief I'm holding on to that is keeping me from choosing me. Now you're probably going, how am I going to do this? But allow the experience to be the next thing we're going to do. And then you'll see, and I will guide you. Okay, so no better thing than to jump right in. So I would invite you to shut your eyes. Anyone who feels like you could do this right now. And you're standing in front of this beautiful door. So when you're doing this on your own, all you have to do is just repeat this beautiful journey I'm going to take you on. And this beautiful door is your own sacred, unique door. It is ordained in the most beautiful way that you chose. What color is it? Are there any, images on it? It's just yours. I want you to feel comfortable and safe that it's yours. And the count of three, this door is going to open and you're going to leap through. Whether you fly there or you take a plane there, I want you to 1, 2, 3, open that door, leap through, and you land. You're landing in your heart. You're landing on this new earth, this new planet within your heart. And as you're there, you start walking forward. And you've already set the intention. I'm going to call upon an experience to show me where I'm holding myself back. What beliefs do I have that would keep me from really, truly, actually having the experience of choosing me? So you keep walking, and all of a sudden, one of your inner children, one aspect of yourself starts to come towards you. This part of you takes you by the hand, looks up in your eyes and says, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you where we first believed that we could never give ourselves the permission to focus on us. We had to put everyone else first. I'm going to show you where this started in our lives. So I want you to allow this part of you, this little child, taking your hand to take you to wherever it wants to take you. It may be a scene, it may be a feeling, it may be a sensation, maybe words spoken. This is unique to you. I'm going to be in silence for a minute. I just want you to allow this experience to be. And when I'm in silence, I'm just going to run some energy of love, just pure love through this energy field to assist you in opening that heart. So you allow yourself to see this truth so you can set it free when we're ready. But now is clarity moment. What is this part of you showing yourself? Why did I stop giving myself the driver's seat? Why did I stop allowing myself to know that I have some value here? I have something important to offer this world. And whatever's going to come up for you, just allow it right now. Now a second inner child comes and takes your other hand and wants to dovetail off of this, wants to show you even more, something expanded in this. It's okay if you're not getting anything. It's okay if you're getting a ton of information. I'm going to explain that later. Right now, just allow the experience to be perfect as it is. This other inner child comes your way, takes you by the hand and says, I'm going to show you something else inside this experience, another place where we let go of really choosing us, choosing ourselves. And allow yourself to just go into this experience while, again, I energetically just run this vibration of pure love to assist you in this process. Some of you may be getting multiple things. Some of you guys and gals may be experience your body having to shift and move and release some energy right now. And that's okay. Let the body move, let the body shift. These are very deep energies that we're coming into. As simple as this is, let the body let go. And we're going to do one more. There's a third inner child that's going to come greet you, all of you guys together. So there's 4 of you together, you and each on the left and right, and now in front of you. So allow this last component to be another aspect of your inner child that says, one more way, one more area. I'm going to show you where we have stopped choosing us. Again, let the body do what it needs to as you're through this process. We are really coming into some deep willingness on your part to stop running. So just in the stillness I'm going to give you now, a moment to tune into what this third message is, and then see if there's intertwining messages. See if there's a broader perspective here. Again, I'm running a lot of love through this, so it's really okay, whatever you're coming up against, because it is ready to be cleared, transformed back to pure love. So what I want you to do, whatever you got is enough. Whatever you need is going to be perfect. So I want you all to hold hands and walk forward, and you're at the edge now of this planet, of this earth. And the count of 3, you're going to leap out into the stratosphere. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to leap out, and you're going to land on a beautiful, bright planet of light. And up comes towards you your soul. And all of you come and you hug your soul. You hug your soul. You're so happy to see it. It's so happy to see you. And it bends down and looks into the eyes of the inner children and says, thank you. Thank you for showing this aspect of me in the human form, these limitations I have held for a long time. I now grant all of you, beautiful inner children, pure love and pure light, the violet ray, the golden ray, the pink ray of pure divine love to transform your pain and your suffering and your limitations and your beliefs and your worries and your fears and your doubts, all poof, back to pure light. And there they go, back into your heart, dissolving into the ethers of the love of who you are, bringing you back into appreciation and gratitude for the part all of this played in your wholeness. And now what I'd like you to do for this final part is I'd like you to come merge your energy with your soul. Become one. Just walk into the energy of your soul. This is called octave programming. You are octavely moving to a higher vibration than where you were at the beginning of our time together. Feel this. I'm going to be in silence. Feel this light. Feel this love. Feel this truth of who you really are. No matter your experience right now, it is perfect. On the count of 3, you're now going to be back in front of that door. 1, 2, 3, leap back and be in front of that door. Shut the door behind you and walk back out into your world. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. While you all are taking a moment to open your eyes, I want to share with you the point of this and then a little wisdom here. So in the beginning of our time together, I shared with you the power of intention and simplicity and embodying the change so that you could actually see your outer reality change by being proactive. So here's the formula. This whole summit is about choosing you, giving yourself permission to be you. And what we just did is first you set your intention. And you probably set this intention way before you found Tracy's amazing summit, because you already knew some part of you wanted to expand and grow and shift and change, because you know innately inside of you, you have your own unique talents, your own gifts, and you have been held back with the aspects of these inner children that only meant well. Oh my goodness, they only meant well. They are only love. They are so grateful that they returned. They turned back into your heart and that beautiful place of love. And you and your soul are one. You and these aspects of yourself are one. However, you don't want those parts of you to hold you back anymore. So here's the good news about what we just did. It's called open-ended living. So when you do this inward journey in your own time, you can fill in the blank with anything. I want to go on an inward journey and I want to tune into the parts of me that hold me back from financial prosperity. I want to go on an inward journey and find the parts of me that believe that I can't expand into the greatness of who I am, or, the sky's the limit. You could do all that. And you set your intention, you stand before the door, you open the door, you leap through, and you just say, exactly what I just shared with you. Inner children, please come. Okay. You do as many as you want. Maybe you're only guided to do one. You leap back over to a beautiful new energy, a high vibration. You connect with your soul. Your soul connects with any inner children left. They merge back to love. You merge with your soul. Then you come back into this present moment, but you are changed. You are. And here's what the open-ended living is. When you're done with the summit and you go about your day, go about your evening, even in dream time, and you wake up the next morning, you will have set in motion a whole new energy that basically says this. First, anywhere that I may still be holding myself back from truly getting how to choose me, and that I am choosing me, and that I'm embodying myself as the one choosing me, I am going to see clearly today through messages, signs, all kinds of gifts I'm going to give myself, so that I see clearly where I have a part of me still holding myself back. And here's the clue. The parts of you that you just found in your inward journey experience, they are going to have a beautiful experience to mirror it back in your reality for just a brief moment. And I really want to highlight this, because everyone's going to go, well, we dissolved it back to love. You did. However, sometimes it will show back up in your reality just to give you a moment to say, yep, I know I'm done with that. Mm-hmm. And I know now that I am my soul, and my soul knows. I don't have to know. My soul knows what I can do in this experience. So let's just be hypothetical. You go into the grocery store and you're used to being disappointed every time. They never have what I want, never have what I want. I better shop online always because they won't have what I want. And then you go in there and this time you go, you know what? I'm going to sit in my car for a second, take some deep breaths, and I'm going to remember that I'm creating this dynamic from a new place. My heart is whole and happy. Those inner children within me have healed, and I can go in there and choose me. And so what do I want? I want to have an experience where this item or something better is available. It is. And you go in and you allow yourself to have a new experience. This is not mind over matter. This is a vibrational energy intention that you're standing in your sovereignty, you're standing in your power, and you're saying, I get to have a say in the matter here. Okay? So I really want to put that into the work of what you guys are going to really notice after today. You're going to notice it. And this is you being proactive. And I just said something that really came strongly through me for the benefit of everyone in this moment. And that's the energy of, I'm really here to give myself this moment of my life where I say what I'm having. I'm going to choose what I'm having by saying what I'm having and being open to receive what I'm having, because I know that I'm the greatest energy that's going to put itself forth for me on my behalf. I am the number one spot to put this wish forth for myself to have. Even if it means I really want to go to this one grocery store and have the one item there for me because I don't want to drive all over town. That is, I want you to feel that you all, I want you to feel, if no one else speaks up for me for what I know I want in my heart, even if it's simple as the perfect food at the place I want to drive to, then no one else is going to do it for me. So what if I just started doing that with that simple energy of putting a twist on intention setting right there? It's like a little twist, like, oh my gosh, wait, if no one else does this for me, then I'm probably going to keep getting the same results. But I'm going to take care of myself in a lot of ways by going on an inward journey today, is one example. Like, I'm going on this inward journey and I'm going to really find that I found these aspects of myself that have been holding me back. So when you're, 12 hours later out in your day, you notice, either you're going to notice, wow, it's challenging me so that I get to say, nope, not doing this again, or it will be totally dissolved. The barriers are gone, and you just like get there, you get the groceries items, you get back in your car, and that's when you realize, oh my gosh, the flow was back. So there we go. A long, beautiful experience to share with you guys about going inward with your sovereignty, and you're like, if no one else is going to do this for me, I'm going to do this for me. And that is like, I'm choosing me moment by moment by moment by moment. It's an example of it. So how was your
Beautiful.
experience? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was, quite revealing. I saw that. I saw that, the three of them. Yeah, I mean, just briefly, it was like the first one was a very young one. And I saw it was me when I had to go and testify about my father in sexual abuse to my, molesting me. And back then, there wasn't, you had to go to court. And I remember just that whole anxiety. And then my shoe busted, the little latch.
Okay.
And what it was like saying was, I don't want to go in there. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to share. I don't want to be vulnerable. I just want to disappear. Just, it's like, I don't want to be seen, and I don't want to be heard. Like, I just want to go away. I want
Right.
all of this to go away. So that was that one. And then the other one was, when my mom remarried and had kids, just, it was sort of like help your mother and her too. I'm 11 years older than the next one that came, and then 14, and then 17. And so it was like, I was then the babysitter, like number two kind of thing. And so it was just always, wasn't about me or my needs. And my stepfather was very much like, this is my family. So, help your mom, because he wasn't going to help her. So just watching that,
Right.
yeah. And then the third one was when I left home at 16, it was the scene of me saying goodbye to my brother, like apologizing that I just couldn't take it anymore and watch what was going on. And I was hoping that my leaving would be like this, after school special. Oh, if she left, it must have been really bad. And we need to talk to her and find out what's going on. But it totally turned into a tough love thing, and was like, oh, all your stuff's in the, on the sidewalk, come and get it, or it goes to Goodwill. And I was like, whoa, this did not happen like I thought it was. So yeah, that being able to just come back and say, you know, just to let them let that go, that
Exactly,
was,
and that's the
yeah.
key. Just, you guys don't have to analyze any of it. Just, you met these parts of yourselves. And also, I'm sure, Tracy, you have come across these parts of yourself multiple times. And so you want to remember, this is the onion. This is like, oh,
Yes.
this is the deeper layer of this.
Mm.
Okay. And so, yes, not to interrupt you, but yeah, to know that, I don't have to figure this out. I can just sit there and jump into this other world, and my soul will come to their level and say, thank you so much for being in that energy and that willingness to play that part and show her what she needed to see and learn and grow from. And what, it's like almost secretly the soul tells the inner children before they come back to love in the heart, hey, and I got her or him, you're okay coming back into pure love and light. And I'm going to share with Tracy, in this instance for you, I'm going to share with her day in and day out that the reason we needed to do this inward journey today in this moment is because she keeps saying she wants to choose, herself, her true self, her more magical self, her all expansive self, the one that got squelched time and time again. She always, dreamt that it would be something like a Disney experience, but it wasn't. And then how many other times she allowed her life to kind of come to that ending. Well, we're doing something completely different now. And that's what we're here for in this summit. That's what we're here for in this life, in this world, is to keep saying, you know what? Like, yes, healing and transformation is essential. And it's not just that. It's that once the healing and that happens, which really doesn't have to be as long stretched, like a long stretch of it, or as traumatic as the actual experience, because what your soul is saying in this case with Tracy's is like, I want her to thrive now. I mean, she's still on earth and we've got so much we want to do. And, this is the time. And so this is for those of you who may be feeling stuck. How much more healing work do I have to do? How
Right.
much more of this is going on? Well, you're going to keep going and going and going. And there will be a tipping point though. And love, the whole goal is to let the love of who you truly are radiate more and more and more through you. And so you can tell this inward journey story to all of us so vulnerably and so openly, not detached, but actually from a place of like, this is my experience and this triggered me and this charged me. And I healed a lot of it. Also, though, those 3 things that came up for you, they're specifically going to show themselves this week. I have done this work for so long, you guys. I can
I
guarantee
know.
you, okay? Tracy can verify.
I know. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for them to come back because I know they have something to give, a gift. And that's what you've always taught me. They have something to give because it needs to be released.
And it's going to come in love, you guys.
Yeah.
It's going to come in love. And I want you to always set the intention, everyone. All my transitions are coming with love and joy and grace and ease. All my transformations happen with love and joy and grace and ease. This is love and joy and grace and ease, because really when you can move through something and you react different to it because you were proactive in the beginning to heal it, then even though there's a little nervousness on Tracy's end or anyone's end, like, whoa, this might show up, in these ways, I know it will, but how I'll be ready and prepared. You are going to be a new vibration of yourself that you were not even 30 minutes ago. You already are it. And so you do handle it from a brand new place. And then you're going to pat yourself on the back and you're going to go, I'm so happy I healed that, because now I no longer need to manifest that in all these other relationships that I couldn't quite see the connection till now. Right? So you're like, hey, time for change. So permission to choose you, how that ties in is I'm giving myself permission to choose the love that I am. And so even in my healing and even my transformation, I'm choosing my intentions. I'm choosing to put myself first in saying and remembering, if I don't do this for myself, no one else will do it for me. I know I turned that around earlier to try to make the mind get a little confused because I want to get in there and heal it. I did that intentionally, but really the one I just said there is the way you hear it most. And so you can heal yourself. And that's a great example too. Sometimes you're at a certain state of consciousness and 2 minutes later, you're different because you just went, I'm choosing me. I got this.
Thank you, Kelly. One thing I really would like you, and you've said it a couple times and it's come up to me for you to really share that, to get that point across, something you shared with me that I've always come back to. Many times, people are hearing about, finding their life purpose, and there becomes this kind of heaviness with, well, what am I here for? And what am I to do? And maybe you're already a mom with a career and you're doing XYZ, or maybe you chose to give up the career and stay home. And then it's like, well, what is my big, my purpose? One of the things you shared with me that I really would like you to share with the audience is when you let me know that my purpose is just to be the truth of who I am. And when I asked you about that, because then that seemed to be like another, another, puzzle. And it was just like, you are light and love. And that's all you are to be. And when you really think about that, everything you've talked about of bringing the love there and bringing intentionality, but bringing love again, and all of it is about love and light. And I know that's one of your biggest, messages in everything you teach is the choice between fear and love. And if anything, this pandemic has been a very big lesson of that, of what are we going to choose? So if you could speak into that to give them that sense of knowing that that is your purpose, is to be light and love, and what that means and how you can have that as your intention every day, and how that shifts everything as well.
Awesome. So I'm going to invite everyone for the answer to this to just shut your eyes again. I want us to have a little experience. I want you all to select one area of your life with this example and everything Tracy just shared that you feel like I I'm not good enough here. I'm not living my life purpose here. I'm, not happy here. I feel stuck here. I feel overwhelmed here. I feel unheard here. I feel unseen here. Pick that thing. Now, what I want you to do, because you are a powerful, divine being, is put your hand on your heart. And I want you to drop that mental story into your heart right now. And I want you to send it into the heart of love and say, I am a powerful being of love and light. I am love and light. And this whole thing that I just made up about, how I'm not this, that, and the other, I'm bringing it into my heart and I'm transforming it myself. I can transform this stuff myself. This is my living out as the love that I am by taking these steps to bring back to love in my heart the things that I think about incessantly. So pick another one. What is another thought you guys incessantly think about yourself and you are admitting it to yourself right now? I overdo this thought. I take this thought and I make it so much more than it is. I'm going to take it right now. I've been living this so long. It shows up, it manifests over and over again. But you know what? The most loving thing I can do right now, because I'm going to choose love over fear. And the reason that we choose love over fear in these experiences is to give ourselves an actual experience. So it's back to that. If I don't do this for myself, no one else is going to do it. So what is that other one? Take that, drop it into your heart. I am a powerful being of love and light. I am already love and light. So the love and light I am is going to wrap its arms around this old energy, this belief, this thought, this incessant story I keep making up about myself. Oh, there it goes. It's turning back to love. I can feel it. I am doing this. Nobody is doing this for me in the most beautiful ways. And I want you guys to hear that and feel it, more importantly. That sovereign energy is not the same as I'm overworked, overtaxed. I got to do it all by myself. I'm independent. No one's here supporting me. Okay, let's take that thought right there and let's put it into the heart. Drop it into the heart. Oh, I'm going to just bring that into heart. And what I know is that I am love and light. I'm a powerful being of love and light, and I am supporting me right here and right now. I am supported. I am supporting me. I am cared for. I am loved. I am cherished. And then feel this, but I'm just going to reiterate how this is tying into the whole inward journey. Take some time once a day to do a 5-minute inward journey, and you set the course for the energy of your day to change, then when the things show up that you're like, oh, this is that old thought, here's the tool. You drop in your heart. You say, I'm a powerful being all day long. I'm bringing this energy back to love because I am doing this as a sovereign, amazing, incredible being that knows that I have the power to transform. I don't have to wait around. I don't have to spend thousands of dollars, on this, that, or the other. I can do it right here, right now, because I am this powerful being. And feel it. Live from that place. That is a purposeful action you just took to stop the train going down the track of negativity and align it to optimism, positivity. Yes, that's true, but you're aligning it more to the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are is the one aspect of you that is the whole aspect that says, I am always giving this aspect of myself, this human person called Tracy and Kelly and, whatever your name is. I'm always giving them space to choose what they want to choose. But I'm also going to dive in and intervene often and say, let's choose something greater. Let's choose something higher. Let's have more experiences that make our heart happy. And so choosing you is the step, intentionally setting that course, doing the inward journey, taking the energy of all the incessant thoughts, putting them in the heart and saying, I'm a powerful being. I am changing this into love. again, even if you sense nothing, even if you question all this, it doesn't matter, because it will shift, and then you will see it play out in your outer reality, and it will prove itself. So there we
I
go.
can speak to that. So just, yes, even if you don't feel it, I remember telling myself, it's working. Even if I don't see it, it is always working. And it is that intention and that shift and making that choice. It's a powerful choice, the choice of love. So thank you so much, Kelly. I don't know if there's any closing words you want to do. I think it's just, I don't know, I feel like this nice bow has just been made on this beautiful gift that I believe you've given everyone here, that, again, they can use every day at any moment in time, even while the kids are screaming in the background.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
done it. I've done it.
Right. And those are the moments. Those are the moments. That's all I'll say, is like, the thing that I care about when I'm sharing is practicality. It's like,
Yes.
we've got to bring these loving ways into practical application in our lives, so that in the midst of the chaos and the trauma and the turbulence and the pandemic and whatever, we are in it and go, I'm choosing something new here. I'm having something new here. But you know what to do, and that is love. And believe me, in the very beginning, it does feel numb sometimes. It feels like, well, I don't know, did I do anything? But again, everything that you're doing is basically saying love is winning. Love is who I am. I have to be love. I know I'm love. I know that the 3 inner children that I just experienced in my wonderful inward journey, they showed me aspects of what, my beliefs became when I forgot I was love. And then I already know, I can vouch for my life, that all the ways that played out in other capacities, and other actors and actresses showing up to do their role perfectly. But I'm in a new energy right now, and I'm in a new space, and I get to say that I'm thriving, and I get to choose moment by moment to bring the love that I already am into the mix here. And all the things I share with you guys are ways to do it. There's so many wonderful ones. But again, you will have transformed after this lovely time together. And so note it, watch it, see it, express when you are like, oh my gosh, I usually am pretty defensive, and I just like rolled with it this time.
Yeah.
Notice the subtleties of what changes. Congratulate yourself and go, that's love. And then for those of you who like to be really attentive, maybe you like to write details down, or you like to be journal, right? Like to journal write or whatever, you can write out all the things about your day. And at the end of the day, when you look and see, you will surprise yourself and go, whoa, not about the quantity, but about a few things you wrote down. And then you look back and go, that was one way love was showing up for me, and I just didn't even see it. And that's because I am choosing love, and it just mirrored itself back into my reality. So thank you, Tracy, for putting
Thank
this
you.
together for
Yes.
everybody.
So
This is lovely.
if you love this session, this is what Kelly offers. She has a closed community, a private Facebook community. Um, um, you can join online. We have all the links below, and it's in her website. And just to let you know, she gives so much value. If what you experienced here was something that just has left you feeling like love and light, and you want to have more of it and learn more of these very practical tools, and really looking at what are you telling yourself and what story are you believing about yourself. She's got a beautiful community where this happens. She has monthly calls where we all jump on. If you can't make the time, then it's recorded, and she has like chock full of meditations and guided journeys and all this stuff. And she has a newsletter, so which you can just get on that as well and start to just feel those energetic, that she sends out through the newsletters themselves. I know they always, it's funny, I don't read all of them all the time, but it'll be that one I land on and I'm like, oh, okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you for that message. So please check her out. And, if you have other friends and family that this may resonate, bring them on too, because we all do need to be choosing more love and light in this world, and choosing ourselves, because by doing that, we're giving more love and light to all those around us that we love, and making that shift on planet Earth herself, just so we can all feel more of that and less fear. So thank you again, Kelly, for your gifts and your service to all of us here in raising our vibration. Thank you so very much.
My
All
pleasure.
right. All right, everyone.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye. Have a beautiful rest of your never before lived day and stay happy, healthy, positive. Cheers.